All right, assuming I remember how to stream after all this time. Hello, YouTube. Getting Windows set up here. There we go. All right, I'm going to stall for a couple minutes while my chatters get in the box with me, and then we'll do something, and I don't know what that's going to be. I've been away for more than 2 months, I think, and trying to get back in the saddle. And now I get a tickle. Great. Here we go. Hey, Joan, Z, Jan, Gayla. Well, indeed. I'm getting there, Jan. I'm getting there. Thanks, Z. Oh, no worries. I'm going to show. Remember, I told you about those solar dust pigments I thought I'd try, Z? I'm going to show those. Hey, Dot. Neighbor Jean. Dana. No worries. Hey, Liz. Excuse me. I'm going to get a couple minutes for people to get in here. I'm really stalling because I have no idea what I'm going to do today. I tried to come down here a few weeks ago and I could not sit in this chair. Dave brought me down a little ottoman like we have it on our deck. Prop my leg up. Silver Granny, hello. Hey, Cat. And I couldn't get the right angle. It was miserably uncomfortable. And then I think it was last week I came down and cleaned off some of my desk so I had some area to move and put stuff. And so that felt, gosh darn it, excuse me. Felt good to get that much going. A little bit at a time. Hey, Amalia. Eminem. Hey, Linda. Welcome, everybody. So anyway, I want to show you guys this card, and I got some other cards, and where they are, I do not know. But this is from Devin here in chat. She wrote me a nice note, and she sent me this piece of a jelly print, which is really cool. It looks like it's got that dendritic, I think is the word, that kind of suction where you pull paint between two pieces of glass and you get those ripples in it. I love it. Love the saying. So thank you, Devin. And Bonnie, who is monoprinted, actually on YouTube, I think she's something else. What's your YouTube name, Bonnie? Hey, G. No worries. Thanks for popping in. It's really cool, isn't it? And then Bonnie, one of my art friends that we met in Arizona when some of us went out there to Robin McClendon's class. We met Bonnie there, and she came to my little retreat this summer up from Georgia. And she posts really cool things on Instagram. On Instagram, her username is monoprinted, one word. And she did this. She sent me this envelope. I mentioned one thing that she did on there. The tape looks so cool. And I asked her what it was. She said, I'll send you a piece. So she sent me all this stuff plus a piece of that in here. So I want to go through this. But look at this. It's just a little envelope. She does such cool stuff. Everything she touches tickles my fancy. Excuse me. This was a note. Look at her note card. Another note in there. Oh, she describes what this is. 6x9 envelope, inkjet printed with ink dyed paper. based on Shibori style, overstamped with stamps, inks, and collage. Inside folio made from same size envelope, tea-dyed, hand-stamped, Buddha image from Japanese book, vintage porcelain pendant. The inner paper came from Asian grocery store. Goodies inside are stamped images, original vintage. What's that? Original vintage something brush images, I think, and origami paper envelope with stamped paper ribbons. And this was wrapped with the finest little feather. I'm going to use that in a collage somewhere. And tied up with this string. It was really pretty. Doesn't take me long to tear it apart, though. There's Devin. I just showed your card that you sent me, Devin. Thank you so much. So, oh, here we go. I had it upside down. Oh, hello. Goodies everywhere. So she makes the coolest. She made a really cool book. The guys that were there with me in Maryland this year, I'm sure all of them saw it, but she put together and made a book there with all kind of fold outs, tip ins. I mean, everything you could do to book pages, and had all the little mementos and gifts and trading cards and, shares and stuff that all the ladies did, incorporated into that book. What is with the tickle? I didn't cough all day long. And that's, this was probably wrapped in this. But this is a piece of that paper that I asked her about. It looked like really cool tape, but she just stamped and stamped and stamped on black paper. But look at this. How cool is that? Let's see what all we got in here. Oh, look, gotta look. And see, she does all this kind of stuff. There's little secret pockets. Gosh darn it, I'm sorry. Thanks, Devin. We'll see how long I last. I feel okay right now sitting here. Hello, lover. That's my buddy Bonnie right now. Any of this look familiar? I couldn't remember your YouTube name, Bonnie. I was telling everybody you're mono printed on Instagram, but Orabora Alice is Bonnie. Hey, Nisi. Susan, hi. So anyway, all these little goodies in here. There's too much for me to hold here. Look at these images. All the little, I guess that's kanja script on there. Little like stamps of vases, all very oriental looking kind of stuff. But this, I guess this is rice paper. But look at all the little shadowy stamps and overlays and stuff that are on every little piece of this rascal. Oh, here we go. Oh, look at the inside of the envelope. Nothing gets missed by her. Hey, Glenda. Here are the little bits that I commented on. Oh, look. I'm telling you, Bonnie, you are an artiste. So cool. Every little thing. Oh, look at all these little size strips. You know where they're going to end up. But I just loved how they came out on this. And I thought it was some kind of schmancy fancy washi tape or something that she bought. But no, she make it all. Lots of collage bits. I love to see some of these stamps that you have, like this little ditty in silver right here. Well, all of them, really. How cool are they? And you know, I love me a little pop of black with some metallics. Did you just do a whole sheet of paper, Bonnie, and slice it up? They are too cool. These, I might put these, well, all this stuff is collage possibilities. So I'll just put this back in here and keep this handy. Maybe we'll even do a collage later. What is with the tickle? Look at that faint little bit of metallic script on the back there. Little threads, I mean, all kind of good stuff in here. It's lovely. And the envelope, oh my gosh, I could eat the envelope. I just love that. I'm going to put that right here, so it's always under my nose. So I saw, where did I see somebody doing a little quick demo, and they used something from this place, solarcolordust.com. And they were using some, it looked like shredded foil bits, like real fine, like, you know, you get the jars of the little leaf fragments. Well, these look tiny, like confetti almost. And she brushed them on with a little paintbrush onto unbaked polymer clay. And of course, they just adhered right to the clay. And they were like holographic, like this. And they look so cool. You know, I like something shiny. So I thought I'm going to try a couple of different things. And they weren't, I mean, each thing was like $5, I think. It wasn't overly expensive. But none of them are what I thought I was getting. The names of them are kind of confusing. And what the hell is that? The names are kind of confusing. Like, this is a chameleon pigment mica powder. That tells you kind of like what it is. Holographic flakes. This is just a gold one. But this is more, to me, like glitter than flakes. Now watch this explosion. But there's colors in with this one. They're not just gold, which I didn't know, but it's more like glitter. It's not the bigger fragments that I was shooting for. But some of these are so finely ground that could probably mix them with watercolor pigment. What that is for, I do not know. Iridescent mylar flakes. Now this looks kind of more like the size. This one's called Barbie Girl. They're just hot pink. I don't even know if I ordered these or they just threw these in. I think they threw these in. I don't think I ordered those. They are quite fluorescent and they're much bigger flakes. But the rest of this stuff, I believe, this says chromeleon, not chameleon, chromeleon flakes. Some of the names are a little tricky. Didn't even open that one yet. Come on, baby. Oh, no worry, Devin. We'll talk to you. We'll see you later. Thanks for popping in. Ay. Well, okay. Let's just get the scissors out and cut that open. See, and this says chromeleon flakes, and this is gold, green, blue. Let me get a piece of black paper out here. Maybe these will show up on here enough to see what's happening. It's probably going to show up everywhere. Oops. So what can I use to paint these or have these glue stick to something? Maybe we don't need to. Maybe we'll just do this. And these are kind of all over the place. They're airborne. That's a little dangerous. But I don't know if you can see. They do shift when I turn the paper. I don't know if you guys will be able to see that or not. From my angle, looking at the paper this way, I see blue and some turquoise. And they do shift. I mean, what you'd use these for, I'm sure we can use them for something, but I'm not 100% sure what. What is this? I got to see what this is. I didn't order it. It was just crammed in a bag. It's like a piece of silicone. Is it a mold? Oh, it's just a just their logo on it. But what that is for, I don't know. But that, nope, that doesn't fit in there. I don't know what these two things are. These I'm just going to cut open. I'm not going to fight the bags. This is Chromeleon green, blue, purple. Yeah, you can put a little, Z, I could see you using these on your mermaid tails and fairy wings and stuff like that. Oh, this one. Oh, this one's pretty. Well, you can kind of see on the lid. See if it shifts. There you go. You can see the shift there better. Well, you know, I like that one. And this one is, seems to be more fine, unless that's just the dust that's stuck to the lid. Yeah, these are bigger flakes too. I like that one. You know, I do. I wonder if, like when I do those, hey Martha, what's it called? Those on Yupo paper where I do the watercolor and inks. I wonder if I could sprinkle some of those in, and the stuff in the inks and the paints or whatever I use would be enough to the binder to make them adhere. I don't know. Maybe we'll do that. Oh, sweet Jesus. Hang on. Lordy, lordy. Oh, my next lung CAT scan will probably be glittery. We're not going to open any more of these. I'll have to take the lids off outside or something. But this is green. What is this one? Lime green, not lime green, just two things. Lime green, blue, and indigo is what this one is. That was a little. So I've been away so long I've forgotten screen names. Is that flow? The color flow, function of light. Good Lord. Way to make a splash on my first stream. What's this one? This one is green, pink, purple, blue. I need to get a wet, what do you call them? Baby wipe. And you'd see my shirt. Oh, look like I'm ready for Mardi Gras. Good Lord. Okay, here it is. This one looks completely different, although most of them have the same colors in them. Are you going to blow up on me? Not so bad. This one has a lot of like a silvery tone to it on a certain angle. On one angle, you can see it real purple. Can I get it on there for you? Probably not. I don't know how you swatch these without a total mess. That's the hot pink things. This one is a chameleon pigment, green, purple, blue. And this is color shifting mica powder. So I don't know if this is kind of some of the stuff that some of the watercolor paint makers use. Stay focused. When they make watercolors, and see, it looks, that's like pigment. That's really fine. I think I got glitter on anything that's watching or in a 100-mile radius. This always seems like a good idea to me, but then here we are. Okay. This is not going to be a good idea. I can almost promise. That's really fine. Fine pigment. I'm just going to take a little brush, a little water, and just see if I can dip a little of this. That turns to a real bright purple. This kind of reminds me, Xandra, of Lagoon, Pacific Lagoon from Kremer. It's very bright, though, actually. I like this one. This would be my pick of the litter. I know, right? Is that Robin All Thumbs? Am I remembering that right? I know. They've got it hermetically sealed, child-proof, old lady-proof. Lordy. Anyway, let's get rid of some of this stuff. And I got a few things in my downtime. And I've reorganized a little bit that I could do from sitting in my chair and sliding. So not a whole lot, but I put some of it away, mingled with old stuff, and I'm like, well, what the hell did I get? Can I even show anything? So I do know where a few things are that I'll show you, since I don't really have any projects planned or know how long I'll last. Hey, Debbie. Good to see you. But these are the inks. Xandra sucked me into these. These are Jane Davenport Legends of the Sea Sheen inks. So let's see what we got here. And you can get these on Jane's website, and it's her stuff that she ships out of her facility in Australia. I don't think these are available directly in the U.S. Are they, Z, do you know? Oh, we're doing something else. Oh, look, we got little stickers. Now let's see, how does this work? Bermuda Triangle. Here's Bermuda Triangle. Let's see. And let's just switchy swatch them in her only her collab with creative expressions available. Yeah. So this is one of her little journals that has, it's called a window pane journal because you can see through the papers. But it is, what is this paper? Like vellum? So let's see what we do here. I want to look at these little, this one's called Moby Dick. No comments, Gayla. I'm going to end up at urgent care trying to, so this has, there's the Moby Dick sticker. It's already on here. What are they? Z, what are these stickers for? There's small dots, big dots, and more strips, but this has a strip around it and the dot on the lid. I'm not sure what these are for. Unless you just want to put them on the paper when you swatch the ink, maybe. Let's do that. Oh, if you put the inks in a water brush. There you go. Well, let's do what brush should I use for these? I don't want to drag a whole lot of ink out of there. That one's a little too thick. Let's use this one here. This one here. So let's do, let's just do the small stickers on here. And they were in some kind of an order. I thought they were like light to dark, but maybe I'm going the wrong way. I guess it doesn't matter. It's my book. And Kraken. Is that Kraken? I like the names of her stuff. All right, so this is, I guess we got to shake these. Small dots in a spray bottle. Aha. Aha. Okay. Well, we're going to just do these swatches with the small dots. And we will see. I'm sure these look different when they dry. I can see this breaking apart into like a little bit of a pink hue. Martha, I'm glad you were spared in the storm. God, what devastation. It's unbelievable. A friend of mine posted on Facebook, she and her husband, they live in Delaware, but they have a boat and a house pretty much where it made the first landfall. And she posted pictures. They flew down to Singer Island on the East Coast and staged until they could get over there to check what was going on with their house. And they got images from friends and from NOAA, National Oceanic and Atmospheric Association, I think. NOAA. NOAA. With some drone pictures of their area. Their house is fine, but the houses around them were surrounded by devastation and floods, but their house looks fine. And according to the neighbors, it was okay. And they sent pictures, posted pictures of the marina. The boats are on top of each other on land, piled up, flipped over, nosedived into some of the piers, and their boat is up on the lift high, untouched. It's unbelievable. Yeah, that's really lucky. It's so funny how, not funny, haha, but crazy how such a huge storm will hit hit and miss in the same neighborhood, same marina, same area, and it's crazy. But they were spared. But they said they rented a truck when they got there, and they are um, driving over. They're shopping. They loaded up with tons of cases of water and batteries, charcoal, food that'll in canned tuna and peanut butter, stuff like that. Um, Tarps, anything anybody could need that's for their neighbors around them to get stuff over to them as soon as they can get there. Hey Jim, I'm feeling better, way better actually. Still not 100%, but yeah, much better. I'm 8 weeks out now, and my physical therapy is actually going really well. The doctor wanted me to reach a 120-degree bend in my knee within 12 weeks. And Tuesday was my 8-week mark, and I hit 122 degrees. So I'm ahead of the curve, so to speak. Sirens. I think this is one that I really liked. Maybe it was fancy. This one's greener. Maybe it breaks out into a blue. But so that's going really well. I've been walking without a cane or a walker for almost a month now. I was a little worried about trying it, but Dave took off 3 weeks with me, and then was off like half days the 4th week. And he fixed dinner one night, and he hollered out and he said, "Babe, I got dinner ready. You want me to fix you a plate? You ready for a plate?" And I said, "I'll come in and get it." So I walked in the kitchen and put some things on my plate and went to turn around and reach for my walker. And I was like, "Hey, where the hell's my walker?" He said, "You came in without it," which I didn't even realize or think about it. I just got up and walked in the kitchen. I mean, I'm a little limpy and stuff. I'm not walking like, nothing ever happened, but some days I can walk without a limp. But what's weird is I can feel and hear a clunk in my knee as I walk sometimes, most of the time. Okay, thanks. And it's unsettling when I hear that. But they say that it's normal. You'll get used to it. It'll lessen as your muscles get stronger and all that stuff. So that's kind of a weird thing to feel that and hear that. But I am getting used to it. But I try to tell myself as I'm walking, don't limp. You don't have to limp. Because I'm so used to limping. I've been limping on that leg for a long time. And so if I concentrate, I can get away without limp. I actually went up the steps like a big girl, like 1, 2, 3, 4, not 1, 2, 3, 4. So, on the 2 legs on the same step, I actually went up. Some steps are a little bit high for me to do that without holding on yet. But that was a first too. Dave's been good. He is a good nurse. God love him. God bless him. I don't know how anybody could come home from that surgery and make out alone. I don't know, because the first week was pretty brutal. And then, it's better, obviously, but the first week was tough. I couldn't even lift my leg. They told me, they said, your muscles, from what they do for the surgery, your muscles will be like the nerves are not talking to your muscles. So when you try to lift your leg or move your leg a certain way, it's not going to go. So they were right. And so he would have to, like when I'd go to get in bed, he'd actually have to lift my leg up and move with me to get my leg up on the mattress. So that would have been kind of tricky. I have my leg lifter and all that stuff, but everything was really awkward at first. Oh, Jolly Roger. This might have been the one that I really liked too. No shocker to anybody that knows me. It's the reason I went to inpatient rehab. I had to be fun. Yep, exactly. I hear you, Jan. No kidding. It would be, I don't know how I would have been able to do it. I know I couldn't have. I did, Jim. I did that. God bless him. We've had our 13th anniversary in September. Got married on 9/9/09. Yeah, no steps definitely helps. They sent me home right at my surgery took an hour and 15 minutes total. It was robot assisted. So everybody said, I wouldn't like that. I'd want my doctor in there. I said, he's not on the back 9. He's running the robot, but it does all the measurements. So there's no room for human error or, your eye being off or your hand being off or whatever to measure, to miss a micro measurement. They are all precise measurements. And took an hour and 15 minutes total. And they used, Jan, I don't know, did they use staples for your closure? They used a new kind of closure. It's new to me. A closure called a zip line. And it was so strange looking to me. But man, I tell you what, my scar will probably end up being a fine little thread of a scar, which I don't care about a scar. I think scars build character. That's what I say because I have so many. But yeah, they are. I'll hold this up when it dries and let you see the sheen on them, Bonnie. It's called a zip line. You had sutures on the outside. It was no staples, just stitches. I have to have my left knee done. Yeah, Jim, you definitely would need somebody to help you the first couple weeks at least. But like Jan was saying, she went into inpatient rehab because she lives alone. And that was smart. No staples, just sutures. So this zip line deal, I don't know if you guys ever heard of it before, but they took a very, very strong adhesive tape and they ran it down. Say if this was the incision, they ran the tape on either side of the incision. And you know those wire ties, zip ties that are like a strap with a buckle on that, and you put it through and zzz, close it and then you can't back it off? It was those, but tiny ones, but they were two pieces. The buckle was on one side and they glued that on the tape here. And then the strip with the little teeth in it was on this side. And then when they got them all down there, it looked like, I don't know what it was, it looked like toothpicks in between those going down, looked like railroad tracks. I'll show you a picture if you can stomach it. But then they zipped it together and just pulled it together until the skin met exactly where it should be. And it was shockingly clean when I took it off of there. It looked like between the holes that I could see my skin, it looked like there was like thick scabs. And I thought, how am I going to do physical therapy if this is all scabby like that and it breaks open? And when I took it off, it wasn't. It was just because the skin was puckered. It looked, there was a little bit of dried blood in a couple places. It wasn't bad at all. But these are Jane Davenport sheening inks. They're called Legends of the Sea. And you can get them on her website, and she ships them from her Australia facility. Yeah, so to take them off, they were kind of like a steri strip on steroids. And they said, in 2 weeks. And the amazing part was the day after I could shower, get it wet and everything, which was pretty interesting. But I said, it's been 2 weeks and this tape isn't budging. They said it's not going to budge. And you have to take baby oil, put a tiny bit of baby oil on your fingers and kind of work the edge of the tape to get the oil under it, and then pull it up really slowly. And Mary Celeste. Yeah, it's a type. I don't know what it is. If it's a different pigment in the ink, when these dry, I'll show you what the sheen looks like. It's like a different color, and the main part of the ink might be blue, but the sheen might be pink. Kind of a deal. Hang on, I do this last one. I'll let these dry, and I'll show you some pictures. If those of you who can't stomach them, I'll tell you when to avert your gaze. They're not bloody, messy pictures, but I think it's interesting. I like them. But yeah, when I woke up, so they gave me a nerve block, and I thought they were going to do like a spinal one, and they said, no, it's going to go in your knee, in your leg above your knee, and it's going to help keep that really numb for like 24 hours to make it comfortable to get home and do the physical therapy I needed to do before I left the hospital. So some of these are drying, but see how that has that pink sheen in it for this top one, Moby Dick. The ink looked kind of gray. See that red coming up on different ones? Some of them I got a little bit too thick for this paper, I think. But they're kind of too, this one's going to be pretty when it dries. It's not dry all the way yet. It's got a purple sheen coming through there. And these I just did. But see the green breaking through that purple? They're pretty. Hang on a second. Let me gross everybody out. Oh, Jim wants to see him. All right, let me find them. Let me go back a ways. Oops, that's too far. I saw our art retreat pictures. Oakley, Oakley, Oakley. Kids. Oakley with Dave. Kids. Here we go. So here is that. So down here is where, oops, this little scar down at the bottom, that's where the robot went in. Right? He went in there. And then up here this is all smeary. Hang on a second. How the hell do I see anything on this phone? This is what the zip lines look like. Now you can see the scar is not near as long as some scars are. This is just above my knee, and that's a couple inches below it. I've seen some that are much longer than that, the old-fashioned way. But you can see the little steri strips that zipped across there? Oh, that is a little bloody there. That washed off in my first shower. This is like day one. I was actually just getting in the shower with this picture. That's the bathroom floor. That's how I remember. Yeah, you can see the ink from their markings and stuff in there. That looks kind of gross right there, but it wasn't really. Anybody puked yet? Let me go forward and get to another stage here. I think the next pictures I have are that's when I just literally peeled the tape off. Right, and then one of the most uncomfortable parts was having to wear those compression socks for 5 weeks, 24 hours a day. So here is the thing zipped off. It all came off. It was the 2 pieces of tape and the zip lines across it that I was just holding in my hand. It came off all in one piece. And then as time goes on, I guess I could whip my knee up on the table and show you what it looks like now, but I won't. And see, that was a week or 2 later. It's not a big, wide, clunky scar at all. There you go. That's kind of a full length shot of it. My knee's still a little discolored. That looks redder on the screen there than the picture even really is. But yeah, it wasn't bad at all. Yeah, we redid that bathroom last year, and Dave always has me pick out everything. Well, he actually picked out the floor tile. I found it in a lighter color gray, and then he said he saw the palette of the ones you saw up at the front of the store and figured they were on sale and brought it back, and it actually was the better fit. Oh, look. There's my knee. Side view. And that's the front view, I think. Back view. That's the back. But it's pretty incredible. Very interesting. I think that's all of the knee story pictures. Anywho, there you go. Okay, you can look back again if you had a weak stomach. You can come back. Oh, yeah, that stuff doesn't bother me at all. I think it's interesting, but that's why I gave the warning. Look away. Okay, so these are pretty much dry now. I like that Blackbeard. It's called the purple and green, and that looks very Halloweeny. But that, whatever is in the ink that makes that shine happen. Now this one doesn't look very, take my glasses off. I can just see a purple edge around the very top of that swatch. A little bit peeking out of there. I don't know if it was too thick or I didn't shake it enough or what the deal was there. But yeah, that's those little inkadoos. I did get, and I showed a quick picture of this. I was down here for about 10 minutes one day. That's all I could make it. That's all I could do. But I saw these on Amazon, bored to death. So you know what happens. Set that up there to dry. And you know how I like me a good metallic ink. I'm just going to pull a piece of black paper out here. So I got these. Of course, I figured I'd get the red one too. I'm always looking for a good, true, like Chinese kind of red, right? That you see the wax seals and the inks and stuff for. This one's closer than the other ones I have, in my opinion. But these two, this silver and this gold, these are some of the shiniest, nicest Sumi inks in silver and gold that I have seen. We had I think it was Tam had one, which I have, but she brought it to, she had it at our retreat, and some of us used it, and that was really nice too. But I think this one is even a little more A little more. Let me find a little bit of it as well. Here's the gold one. Of course, nothing on here is in English. It's pretty shiny. So let's see what this looks like on the black paper. That's pretty shiny. Get that off of there. Put in another dish. This I know will wash out. Not like I used that other. Remember, I used that other gold paste stuff and it hardened on my ceramic dish. It's so shiny that it's really reflecting the light that you can't really see the color that well because it's so shiny. Yeah, this is a good one. If anybody wants the link to it, I mean, oh, wait a minute here. Maybe you can put that in Beijing. Something there. I got it on Amazon. And that's too shiny to catch the label. Really? Good Lord. Okay, it says Beijing, and the second word is YIDEGE. That's the only thing that looks like English, if you will, on there. It was done with a spinal anesthetic, and I also had staples. Yeah, they put the I was under general, but well, you wanted to watch yours, right, Dot? I think I remember you telling me that. It's Beijing. The next word is YIDEGE. And hit me up if you can't find it. I'll send you a link. Oh, did you find it, Zay? Thanks. And then this is the silver one. That ball didn't break loose. Yeah, I went home. I woke up from the anesthesia and they got me up right away. And I had to do some physical therapy to make sure I could get in the car and get in the house. And then they released me. There's my mixing ball. Yeah. There it goes. Sometimes the mica all settles on the bottom and it sticks around the ball and holds it on the bottom. It's in there. You just got to bust it loose. So they had me go up. They had a set of like 4 or 5 stairs that they showed you how to properly go upstairs with your knee in that shape, how to get in and out of a car, how to use the walker. Not too much, but yeah, after that, I was in a wheelchair heading for the car. Okay, here's the silver. And then I felt good coming home. And when I first got home, it wasn't bad, but when the nerve block wore off, it was a different story. Betty sore. So there's the silver. Very shiny. Must be like a magpie or something, liking all the shiny stuff. I hope I'm running out. Didn't have my brush all the way wet. It's not showing up on screen the way it looks here. It's the light is really interfering with it. It almost is reflecting it, but it is one of the shiniest silvers and golds I have ever seen. I'll show you the red just so you can see the red. But I mean, you know, it's hard looking at it on the screen because it's always a little off from what you really are seeing. Where did I put all my rice paper? Every time I reorganize, I hose myself up here. Ouch. Oh, and remember I had my shoulder surgery back in April on my left shoulder? It was like no cartilage. The joint was exposed. A hunk of the bone calcium was missing. They had to put a fake piece of calcium in and reattach my tendon that attached to my bicep muscle in there and anchor it and all that good stuff. Hey, Kathy. Well, guess what? Think it broke loose. Trying to, you know, the whole time. I guess that's good, Jim. Oh. The hell, I forgot what I was saying. Oh, you know, just trying to, you know, get up from a seated position, having to use your hands and arms more because you can't put any weight on that leg really for a while. Think I popped it and ripped it back out. And last night, oh my God, I rolled over a certain way and yelled out loud. It snapped so loud. And it's, I think it's going to be a problem. I'm not doing that again anytime soon. It's just going to have to snap, crackle, and pop. Yeah, I'm going bionic. I am going bionic. This is the red one. The silver you couldn't find, Z, I'll go get the link and put it up. So this isn't metallic. This is just a matte. You know what? I'm going to fold this in half because that's going to come through on this glass mat. This is just a piece of rice paper. Is that this? That has a very strong smell to it, too, actually. That looks brighter red. It's got a little more of an orange red in person. It's not as red, bright red. That almost looks like a quinacridone red paint. What is that? Oh, that's the security alarm. Dave's friend, it's our mechanics coming over for working something in the garage. It's like I can't remember how to script anymore. I got to practice again. Does that look like an orangey red to you guys? That's pretty close. Pretty close, pretty close. So let's do something other than just this. What are we going to do? These are dry now. Do they look any different? Nope, they're still catching the light and looking white instead of. I'm telling you, they're very shiny. It looks orange to you. It's definitely a red orange in person. It's not orangey orange. It's hard. It's hard. Everybody's monitor looks a little bit different. I'm going to go rinse the ink out of these. Oh, Lord. Rinse the ink, sat too long, out of these before I have crusted up stuff. I'll get it while it's still wet. Back in a flash. Maybe a flash and a half at this speed. haven't even unpacked some of my boxes that I had at the retreat. Looking through these to see what's in here. It might give me an idea what to do. So this is a box of collage papers and a jelly printing box. Good Lord. Oh, Lord. Lordy, lordy, lordy. Hang on. Let me go over here and get this link for the silver ink real quick. Orders. Here we go. Well, it said silver, and that's the link to the gold. Oh, it's on gold and red are on the same. What the hell? Hang on. That said silver. Gold. Huh. Wow, it's just going to the... Hang on, let me try to search it with the same verbiage that's in the gold and change gold to silver. Or if they're out of the silver, maybe. Huh. They must be out of the silver. It doesn't come up. It shows a bunch of other stuff. It shows the gold. Well, rats. But keep the link for the gold so you have the words if you want to search for it. And try it again sometime. Or maybe just try it on Google and see if it's available somewhere else if you really are dying to have it. God forbid. Sorry, catching up on chat. Gayla, did it ever get, windy or any, I know it wasn't probably not bad where you were, but did you have any kind of weather? This is I've probably been looking for stuff in here. I had this pack. Let me get these out of the way. Okay, I'm going to have to turn off the security alarm because they're in and out of the garage like a couple of crazy people. Yeah. Hang on. Disarm. Okay. Won't have that interruption anymore. So looking at TV. Oh, good. My cousin lives up in Freeport, Florida, which is not far from Destin, kind of in the Panhandle. I didn't even realize they were in a different time. They were in Central Time. I thought all of Florida was Eastern. Little did I know that little sliver. But they said they had beautiful sunny days. But I tell you, most of the state got really walloped. I think that hurricane made landfall at 4 different points. I don't know if I've ever heard of one that did that before. Oh, here's stencils and brayers and paper. And, oh, there's my bunch of my stencils. Okay, well. What did I say I was going to do? Did I? I'm kind of lost. There was something I thought that I thought, oh yeah, I could do that before I went over and cleaned those. I'm looking here to see if anything rings a bell. Nothing's ringing a bell. Crap. It was a good idea, too. What the hell was I going to do? Oh, well. I guess it'll come to me one day. Let's see what this is, the collage paper. Maybe I'll see something. Good Lord. I know. You never know what's going to happen with these things. They have all this equipment, they can predict it, pretty close. But sometimes at the last minute something shifts, and it is what it is. You gotta be smart. Good Lord. There's almost too much paper in here to confuse my brain about what the hell did I think I was going to collage for the 4 days at the retreat. Just in case I needed a certain paper, I guess. You never know. Okay, that's probably not a good idea. I'm guessing. What was it? That really ticks me off. I had something in mind. I'm going to tap my fingers like, when I stall. What in the hell was I going to do? I don't know. I was thinking about jelly printing, but then I just got my desk cleaned off. I got all that crap I got to pull out of there. But hang on. Hey Z, and Jan, with your artificial knees, when it gets really like storm front coming through and damp, does your leg ache? Now that it's just, I can't imagine that it does, but mine seems to. But it's not my real bone anymore to ache. It's metal, and isn't that weird? It's just the metal, and just like they were telling me, physical therapy, don't worry about anything breaking or tearing open. It's metal and plastic. You're not going to break the joint. It's just soft tissue that's damaged from the procedure. So you can, it's just going to be pain of that. And you have to, the bending, that's the worst. No storm pain. Huh. Z, I wonder if yours has more to do with the RA. Huh. I don't know. Mine is today, but it's still not healed. It's still a little swollen and discolored. But I don't know. It seems odd that it could ache, but yeah, they told me it's just, the pain of the therapy is just because we're tearing scar tissue that builds up every day and tearing it, breaking it loose and breaking it loose so it doesn't freeze your knee. That's what happens to people who don't do the physical therapy. Their knee doesn't get as flexible as it should be, and then it just kind of locks in there, and then you're kind of stuck. I'm fine getting up out of a chair now. Dot. Maybe as I get older, I'll need one, but I can get up out of there fine right now. I cannot believe my mind went that blank. And I had a good idea run up there. See, this is what you call being rusty. Rusty, rusty, rusty. I don't know what the hell I'm even doing. So, oh, I know one thing I wanted to do. I wanted to take some of my papers. This is one thing. Claire, that was at our retreat this summer, she had, where the hell did I put them? She had some spray paints. That were like they splatter. I should never clean up. Oh, here we go. Found them in the new paint drawer. I was just going to take these. Now, these you're not supposed to do inside, I'm sure. But I'm going to do it just a little spurt here and there. One's gold, one's silver, and it does this webbing kind of a look over papers. So I want to see. Let's cover this up. Oh, hi, Stell. Welcome. I'm very rusty. I haven't streamed in over 2 months. Came down with no plan, which is never good, but that's the way it is these days. So I'm just trying to find, let me grab some of these papers out of this collage bin, still packed up from the retreat at the end of July. And see if I can find some that are deserving of a spray. Trying to get some that are a little bit plain. Well, apparently I don't have that many plain papers. Here's another. I got some, these are some of Robin's printables. I guess I can add a little spritz on these. This one's kind of dark. How I thought I would need any fraction of these papers in a 4-day period. I am got no idea how I thought that. All right, I just want to do a little bit of this anyway. I don't want to completely gas myself out. I've already inhaled glitter. Pick up the paint from the newspaper after spraying. You get a nice effect. If you pick up the paint with some newspaper after spraying, get a nice, you mean this plain newsprint? Or you mean like real newspaper with printed, like the ink comes off of it, do you mean? Show the can of sprays. Sure. This is Marble Effect by Montana. And it's silver. Didn't have a cap on it. It just came like that. And here's the gold one. It's by Montana. Like that makes the paint pens and different stuff. Not all the paint, just blotting. Yes, any paper pickup would work, I think. All right, let's see what we got here. That's got a little stencil of pictographs in bronze over that one. Or gold. No, that's gold. So let's use a little gold. Let's see what this says. Do I have to do something tricky with the cap to get it to work? Or did I already do that? We'll see. I know I got to shake it. Well, this is going to spray out like this, Gayla. It doesn't spray like a whole sheen that there's much to pick up. You think it would still work? All right, let's see what happens. Stand back. Okay, that's not working. So apparently there's something I have to do to the cap. I'm telling you, this is the whole freaking day is like this. Emergency phone. Great. Deceivingly realistic marble effect. Okay. Could you make that font any smaller? And make sure. Sorry. Well, I don't see anywhere where it tells you. Oh, there it came off. There you go. There's the ring that I couldn't see with this on it. Get my glasses out of the line of fire. Oh, that was real kind of streaky. Did you see that? So I'm going to hold this up. Well, it's like little hairs of string that are all over me and the paper now. That's weird. I'm going to see how metallic this is. Let me just spray it on here. Oh, there's 2 fine holes in there, so I guess you either turn it this way or this way. Okay, this way goes. You get more of a... Well, I know Claire's looked really cool. Apparently there's a technique. Shannon Green! Hello! Yeah, I'm going to try the silver one. And then we won't be doing much of this because this is quite sniffly. It is. It is. It's a Montana marbling spray. Very fancy. Now, Claire had little tiny blurps of this on a piece of mulberry paper that she did. Apparently there's a technique. Let's see what happens here. This is the silver. Well, you got to kind of really whip it fast. Whip it good to get the little stringy effects. Now let's see how silver that looks. And of course, this isn't white. It's newsprint. Whew! That is strong. Strong. I'll be doing that outside next time. Oh, you know what I had that I want? I know what I was going to do. See, eventually it comes back. A little, learning curve. Silly string, yep. I mean, some of it's really cool where it got real thin. It does look kind of marbly. Like up in this area here. Some of that silver looks like, the gold was still a little bit thicker. It's not as shiny as I would think. Oh, interesting. Okay, I'm done with that for now before I gas myself. Well, you're not going to believe this, but remember I said, oh, I know what I was going to do? I forgot. I mean, that's really concerning. That is concerning. What in the hell? That. Oh, I know. Remind me, hot glue stencils. Don't let me forget it. Sweet Moses. I made some of these. If you guys are follow Robin McClendon. And I mean, I've seen other people do this too, but Robin is the one I saw do this. And I tried my hand at it. That's a little learning curve too. Just a faint little bit, MM. Yeah, I know. That's why I stopped, Martha. That's all I need. So I tried to make some of these. These I'll put on the black. This one's not so good. I tried to make one like Robin had. There's really a knack to that, which I apparently don't have. But I love the one that was kind of shaped something like that she did that I can't really get the hang of yet. And then I use the white ones are from a bigger glue gun. I tried to do some scripting. Yeah, that's tricky. That's tricky. But see how then some of these are real thin there, and I went back and tried to put heavier bits of glue in there to hold them, and who knows? If they hold up one time, that'll be good. And there's, I was using black so I could see them better, but that was a real thin gun that I was using. But maybe let's try messing around with these on the jelly plate. What time is it? 3 o'clock. I'll do that for about a half an hour. Then I think I'm going to call it quits and go curl underneath a pile of ice. Hey, Darcy. This is my first live in a couple of, well, a little bit over 2 months. Darcy, I was recovering from a surgery and haven't been able to get down here, but I'm here now. All right, I'm going to move this out of the way. Grab a jelly plate. There we go. Okay, let's, oh, you know what I found in one of my cleanups? And I was just getting ready to buy some because I saw a couple people, and well, first I saw Robin use it on her Patreon. And then I saw, I think Kathy, was it Kathy Berg or Kathy Arbor? I think Kathy Berg, using the Akua block printing paints. And don't you know, I have a black and a gold jar. Didn't know I had it. So let me grab a couple of paints. Let's see what we got here. I gotta go close the garage door. They left it open. I can hear them out there jawing. Oh Lord, Lordy, Lordy. Okay. Let me grab a couple other colors of paints. This and this. This one I really like. Gotta have something metallic. Oh, where's my bronze? Haven't used you in a while. All right, let's just see what happens with this. I'm just gonna grab a couple of paints here. I couldn't find it, Nisi, and I have the link from where I ordered mine, and it takes you to the gold page. And when I search for it with the same words on Amazon, it doesn't come up. So I'm guessing it's sold out. But I would keep the link to the gold so you have the wording of the name of it. And, you know, on occasion, go back and check for the silver. I would guess that's what's going on there. So now I don't know how this stuff's going to act, but this is what I found. And this has to be years old. Blick block printing ink and Speedball screen printing ink. Who knows? Let's just try some black. Oh, did you find it, Gayla? You little rascal. Let me see what this is. Oh, that's not it. That's the silver black ink. She's talking about the gold, red, and silver I showed at the beginning of the screen. But that Yasutomo, that is silver black. It's black sumi ink with a silver pigment in it. Nice try, though. Oh. I think, yeah, I'm not putting that on my jelly plate. The whole freaking day is a bust, isn't it? False advertisement. Yeah, that's not going on the jelly plate. That's a goner, which I thought it was kind of still squishy, so I thought it was okay. Not happening. Let's see what this one is. We might have to just actually use regular old paints. E for effort. Good God. Oh, this one's more paint-like. Well, let's just do it. Let's see what happens. A brayer would be good. Let's see what happens. Oh, yeah, that's very thick, as one would expect. Wow. And a lot. So let's put a few of these down here. Let's try. There was one of the scripting ones that I thought was kind of cute. This one. Let's put that one on here. And we'll just see what happens. Put one of these on there. It's kind of crazy looking. I would expect nothing less. It's going to take a piece of deli and get rid of some of this gold in the background and in between the way to go, Gala. False advertising. Good Lord. Oh, that's shiny. That's a lot of ink still on there. That puppy is thick. Oh, sure. Compliment me now that you screwed up and gave a wrong link. Thank you. I am so rusty with everything. It's not like riding a bike. Wow. That's a shiny business right there. But I still want to get a little bit of this off of these edges here. Now let's see. pull these up. Yeah, that looks like it's going to be a little on the sloppy side. We'll see. Maybe it'll look cool. I think I'll pull it up on black paper. All right. Let's try a piece of black. Oh, he's gone?
Yeah.
Okay. Did you get it done what you needed to do?
Not the problem, yeah.
What is it?
The condenser is leaking.
Was that a bad fix?
Yeah.
Oh no.
Are you still
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can tell me later.
So it's the power steering and air conditioner condenser, and it's leaking power steering fluid.
Oh crap. Always something. All right, let me take these off of here before they get too stuck. Okay. That's a lot of... Whew. I'll know next time if I use this again to use a lot less paint. Oh, sorry, guys. I just saw you saying hi to Dave. He's upstairs. He's taking Oakley out, so he may be back down again and let him out this way. Huh. Well, that's kind of cool looking in a abstract, barbaric kind of way. But what is surprising me is how silver these look. There's some gold, but most of this looks silver. Look at that. Like, where did that come from? What happened there? And I should have turned them over so they were right side up when I printed them. But again, rusty. I kind of like it. And I like all this little bits that came. That's very interesting. Oops, hang on. I'm gonna put you up there. That's wild silver. Huh. Aren't you interesting? Well, let's try something else. These are still wet. And I do remember Robin saying about how long this stuff takes to dry. So I think we'll move on from the printing ink and go with some acrylic. Let me get some black and white out here. Let's see. Let me try these. I don't know if those are old. Better not try those yet. We'll try these. Master's Touch. I've not used that yet. I'm grabbing a couple other. It's pearl, gold, white. Grabbing a couple fluid, not fluid, high flow paints to get a little beaded up look over top of whatever. And these I got on sale for $6.50. They were half price at Hobby Lobby. I've never used these. I see Angie use these a lot, and she likes them. So why is everything so sloppy to get it open? Lord have mercy. So it had that seal over it. Now it's got this in here. that has to come out somehow. What the hell? Yeah, brand new paint. Hello. You know, some days you eat the bear and some days the bear eats you. Guess what today is? Hey, Marta. Oh, Lord. I do not understand this system on this bottle. Are you kidding me? Jeez Louise. That was a pain in the ass. This one too. Okay. Well, that one came out a little easier. These better be good paints. Seriously. Okay. Lordy, lordy, lordy. Let's try. Remember how this beaded up so nice on here? CB! I'm the statue today. I want to just do this for some kind of a wispy background. But you know what? I'm going to throw some of this in there with it. Just to make it weird, you know. Thanks. Good to be heard. Oh. All right, let's do a little bit of this. And just a little teeny tiny bit of this. That's the high flow. This is the real watery one that beads up on the plate. It kind of resists the jelly plate and beads up. And then, see what it does already? And then I'm going to throw some of this on here and just see. Do I have a little one? Use this one. Put that one like that. And then, let's see, what do I want to pick it up with? Let's try some, let's try a piece of rice paper. Oh no, this is onion skin. Oh, that's even better. I forgot I put these up there. Just a couple odd pieces of onion skin. I like for this to get a little more beaded up. So it looks kind of, you know, dirty. This over the top of it. It's getting a little scary how my brain works these days, and doesn't work, I should say. I always tell Dave it's a good thing you still have your memory. We'd be screwed. We had to depend on this. All right, let's see what we got here. Let's see what we got. Oh, I don't like how that did there, but I like the coloring with the black and the bronze there. I don't know about that. I'm going to take, let's see. Now, see, they really, oh, that one's got a lot underneath of it, actually. Let's take that other piece of onion skin and see what we get here. It should be very airy, mysterious looking images in the background. Hey, Ellen. Let's see what we got. Anything? No. Kind of interesting. Not sure if it's my favorite pull of all times. Pretty sure it's not, but it's a pull. Got a lot of interesting stuff on here, though. Oops. Don't stick it on me. Where is my box of my stencils? Oh, Lord. I don't know what that is. I know what that is. Oh, this is from Joan, I do believe. Is that from Joan? Yep. Cool. A little sneak peek. I knew I had another pack of this Paycon paper. I knew it. And there she is. Where am I going to put you? Okay, here's some stencils. Got a P&M business going on here. Yay. I wonder, I'm trying to think of what I want to use over top of this. Oh, the nested circles, I like those a lot. They just keep falling in. More of them. Oh, that's the circles, okay. Oh, mercy. Let's let's do something crazy. Let's pick it up with this. This is Arctic by Lucas. Real pale turquoise. A little bit of that on there. That's more than a little bit, but you know, it is what it is. And I'm going to put a little schmutz of this in here. I really like this. This is Phthalo Turquoise Blue by Amsterdam Expert. It's translucent, and a very pretty. I got another tube. Don't panic. Really? Am I that empty? You know what I'm thinking about? Throwing a little bit of this pearlescent in there. I like to mix it up and do stuff that is not normal. Not a normal choice by most people with sense. Experimental, even. Really? Just a little bit. This is the pearlescent high flow. I wanted it more splotchy, but I had those blobs of that darker turquoise that I didn't like. Let's see what we can put on here. And what is this? I think this is that Paycon paper. Oh, that's going to be too small. I'm going to miss some of the edges. I'm just going to use a piece of deli. What the hey? And this deli is 12 by 12 and the plate's 9 by 12, but it comes up a little shy sometimes. What time is it getting to be? Oh, 3:18. I was going to stop at 3. I thought that's what was in my head. We'll go 3:30. Getting all these little bits touching the paint. Put you over there. I'm going to have to go again. Get more of that up. Last week. Good Lord, CB, what are you doing to that guy? Hey, Jude. Hey, Jude. I should keep my day job, I know. But I always want to sing when I hear your name. I am making a mess today. I'm so rusty after being off doing anything for over 2 months. It's like I don't know how to ride the bike anymore. I got to teach myself. All right. So what do I want to do with this? It's got some gold speckled through it. That's kind of cool. Let that dry for just a second while I stall and think. I'll hydrate. I'm thinking if I want to do the black and bronze again. I like those two mixed up. Maybe I'll do this indigo and bronze just because that sounds crazy. I like crazy. SCB. 4 stitches in his forehead. Ay, ay, ay. All right, let's just do this. It might come out disaster, which is kind of the theme of this. I might go back and change the name of this thread. I mean, this video. A little bit of that. What could possibly go wrong? Well, right from the get-go, I can tell you that's not going to be very good. I'm telling you, without all my stuff out here that clogs my table up so much, I think that's my imagination. I cleaned it up. So that looks kind of cool, actually. Let's do a piece of deli. See, that's 12 by 12 deli, but it's a little shy. I don't know if that means my jelly plate's stretching. It's a 9 by 12. Yeah, it looks pretty cool in person, actually. Oh, you know what I'm going to do? Hang on. I show you. Well, let me. Commit to what I'm thinking of, because I'll forget it before I pull this print. That really is scary. I need to start getting that Prevagen or something. Probably couldn't remember to take it. I don't know. That's kind of eerie cool. I don't hate it. I don't. So let's see. How am I going to do this? I'm going to use some black high flow. A little bit of black high flow. This could be a disaster for my jelly plate and the print. This and pearl, maybe? These are high flows again. Just a little tiny bit to break that up. And then I'm going to take some of this stuff that I got from that solar, what was it called? Solar color dust. Right? And I'm going to sprinkle a little of this fairy dust on here. Hey, Tam. Hey, Allie. Okay, this was some of that color shifting stuff. All right, let's see. What do I want to do here? This. Looking for a stencil. Let's just use something like this that's kind of wide open. All right, here goes nothing. It's going to probably screw up my brayer, my jelly plate, but we shall see. It could be extra cool. It could be nothing. Nothing, honey. You know what? I don't think I'm even going to put a stencil on that. I think I'm just going to pick it up like this and see if any of the color comes up with it. See how that high flow beads up and resists the plate, which I think is a pretty cool effect. You don't want to do that all the time, but now, will any of this show? That looks like glitter. Is it a pigment? Well, that's a good question. It's pretty fine, but it's not, I think it's called pigment flakes or something like that. They're very confusing names. Now this one is called a pigment. It's a chameleon pigment. And that, you can see that what that's like. That's fine pigment. That is more like what I would call a glitter kind of a deal. Okay. What do we got? Oh. It's in there. And I don't think you can see the shift like I can. You see it? Well, no, you can see it flash purple and turquoise, right? Sometimes maybe. It's hard, so hard to get those shifts on camera to show. But they are very obviously there. So, oh, that's kind of cool. Let's, I'm shifting gears. I'm going away from this. And I'm going to, oh, I forgot I had those. Oh. Huh. Forgot I got a couple new ones from Joggles. Okay, let's do this. Thanks, Z. Take care. Oops, I'm pulling my computer off the desk from a avalanche. April. Hello, my dear. I'm making a mess like I've never tried to do anything before. I'm a virgin. There is some of that on my brayer, but I can't really feel it, so we'll see. This is bronze. And then I'm going to do this. With the text, and just put that text over this. See what happens. Maybe good, maybe nothing. This is looking pretty cool though. I have to put that in my CB pile. She likes my discards. No. See, wasn't thinking. My brain's not thinking right still. It was too sketchy of a background, not solid, for that to really show up like in my head it was going to. I mean, it's there. It's okay. Not what I meant to do. That would have shown up better on here, probably. That's okay. This is how I reteach myself. Let's get that out of the way. Grab a piece of black, and whatever comes up on here. Might be cool. Pretty cool. That's already dry. That's the thing about these metallic paints. They dry. Oh, that's why my computer almost pulled out, because the plug got ripped out when I opened the drawer for charging my computer. I'm telling you, I'm a disaster waiting to happen. Roll Tide. Me too, April. Oh my gosh. This is maybe too dry to even have anything come up. Now a little bit's coming up. Very little. That's just beginnings of a background. You can see that there's a kind of a text image in there, but so far today I'm consistently below average. I'm going to get out my faithful plate cleaner, tight and buff, and I'm going to pull this one and I'm going to wrap it up because I am pooped. Poop the poop, to poop the pop. I appreciate you guys hanging with me. I know this wasn't very entertaining today or inspiring, but you know, it is what it is. I'm creeping back on the horse. Now, I'm not going to put that over top of that because that's just going to take away CB's lusciousness that she likes so well. Let's do this on belly. Oh, it smudged. Of course it did. Maybe that'll make it more interesting. Thanks, Jan. Let that sit on there a little bit longer than usual. Thanks, Eminem. The rumors of my demise have been greatly exaggerated. I'm still here for what it's worth. I have gotten a lot more really cool images from Photoda. That's something I can do without too much effort. Oh no, Glenda. Good Lord. Sorry to hear that. All right, that feels pretty sticky. Let's see what we got. Oh, it's leaving that little wrinkly bits on there. But actually, that is actually pretty cool. It's got a little bit of that glitter came up, a little bit of the black bits. On the edge, you can see some of the text over there. Some of these are my favorites. Like, that's a really cool background. It almost looks like there's something there, but you can't put your finger on it. See a little bit of shine that's in there? Just a little bit of luster that was left. That's probably my favorite pull. All right, kids. Mama has got to go. I'm going to go elevate and ice and see what Dave's doing. TB. Thanks, Tam. Oh, crap, Jan, you too. I'm telling you, I'm hearing more and more people around here that are getting hit with it again. And I don't think it's going to go away. I think it's just going to keep morphing, at least in the rest of my lifetime. Don't see it happening. What the hell do I know? All right, kids. Thanks for hanging with me. I'm going to give you a good old Shannon Green. The end. Bye.